Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. What happens when you get the infinite voxel world of Minecraft and you cross that with the factory building of Factorio? And you cross that with the 3D environment of Satisfactory. Well, we'll find out here in a minute as we get into Foundry. I'm a mega fan of Paradox Development Studio. I play everything that they put out. Now, while this is developed by Channel 3 Entertainment, their publisher is Paradox Interactive. That's the publishing studio for Paradox Development Studio. And for me, their ethos follows the same format as what you get with the development studio. I'm here for most every game that they publish. It's always up my alley, and I'm really excited to give Foundry a chance. Now, this series, before we get into it, is going to be intended for the beginner, for the casual viewer, as I'm going to go ahead and start out. My first content for this game is going to be my first introduction to this game, as it has just come out into early access, and I'm looking forward to showcasing the how-tos and how I develop myself into this game, how I go from beginner to master. So let's play Foundry. With an infinite random world, every game, every playthrough is a new experience.
Welcome, operator. I'm Carl, your Facility Management Artificial Intelligence. This resource-rich moon has been selected for the Foundry initiative with the goal of converting it into a manufacturing hub. Construction work has already started, and many teams, just like us, have been deployed with their initial assignments. Our task is to establish mining and smelting operations to ensure a steady supply of essential metals. My goal is to assist you in setting up this factory. Let's run a few basic checks before we get started. Open your map to check your surroundings.
All right, before we open the map, let's go ahead and start to familiarize ourselves with the UI that surrounds us. So beginning in the upper left corner, we have a compass. We have height information. I'm not sure what the 6 minus 6 is. Maybe that's coordinates. We have our early access information in the corner. We have time. And we have our day to night cycle. So at 2100, it'll switch to night. It looks like we have markers on our drop ship 10 meters away. Top right is a task list. Right now it's view map. Bottom panel is going to have our toolbar. At bottom right is the build menu and shortcut buttons. Mouse is going to control our view. WASD for this one. At the moment, I do not believe there is any controller support for this game. Let's go ahead and open the view, the map.
Fantastic. There are several ore patches in the vicinity. Equip your ore scanner from the inventory and use it to locate the ore patches.
Alright, you can zoom in and out with your map. You have grids, ore patches, reservoirs, ore veins, unscanned areas, and unknown resources. Alright, our backpack is our inventory. It'd be kind of nice if they were consistent on the names with that. If it's B for backpack, it should be backpack instead of inventory, but that's okay. So we have mining drill, we have ore scanner. Mining drill is already in our hotbar. Alright, this is our ore scanner. Alright, left click to use.
To get started, approach both of the ore patches and mine some ore.
Alright, so we located technum ore, xenoferrite ore. There's some other unknown resources around. Okay, that's landing location. This triangle is me, so we are pointed straight at one of our locations. Okay, shift for sprint. This looks like the stuff. I would imagine. Have we? Yes. Okay, left click and hold. Okay, we're getting 25 ore rubble each time. 12 that time, so it's not consistent. Each vein is a little different. While I'm here, I might as well pick up a little bit more. We'll get beyond the 100 they're calling for. The Technum, the blue ore, is this one.
Now that we have an initial supply of ore, we need to smelt it into plates and rods. Go back to your drop pod and use the built-in smelters to create your first crafting materials.
Just cleaning off that surface stuff. Starting location, it's back there. Next task, we want to smelt 10. Oh, okay, the drop pod has a smelter in it, it looks like. Okay. There we go, backside. So, insert ore rubble, literally point to look at. Left click to insert. And that's automatically smelting. Can we do these ones at the same time? Yes, we can. So these are plates and rods. Technum rods. We already have our 10 plus that they need there. So let's take that first punch. And there's 10 there.
Now that we have basic materials available, we should start crafting building blocks which act as a foundation for other buildings. To do so, you need to open the crafting menu and click the desired items. Then, place them in the shape of a platform next to one of the ore patches.
Crafting menu is C. We want to craft 30 building blocks, and we need to place them next to one of our ore deposits. Structures, components, handhelds, metallurgy. We are currently on structures, which building blocks and crates are the first things popping up for us. 10 building blocks come from 6 plates and 4 rods. 5 seconds. Timer down in the bottom left corner, and there's 10 building blocks. Going to give ourselves more than 10. We'll pick up again what we have here so far. Oh, you have 3 bars that you can quickly tab in between, I see. Well, that's convenient. Alright, well, there's our 30 blocks, so let's get out of this mode. And go find our ore. They want it next to the ore deposit, not on the ore deposit. Okay, we can drag. There you go. Ooh, I can't just... Can I mine this up? Okay, just picked up some random stone. Oh, and we can drag out.
To automate ore extraction, we need to set up a drone miner. Craft one and place it on top of your foundation right next to the ore patch.
Alright, so that's our first little platform. And come back, craft a drone miner. Drone miner 1 recipe. We have the 10 plates, we do not have the machinery parts or the electronic components. Will it, if I click on that, it will craft the other things we need to create it. Which is why it was yellow and not red. So green means you have the required components. Yellow means you can make the required components. And I would assume red is if you do not have what's necessary. Okay, we need to place the drone miner on the foundations. Let's open the backpack. Move it to the hotbar. I'm used to tabbing out of screens. not to be the case here. Okay, panel. They want it on the... Seems like you'd want it there, but they want it on the foundation. I didn't put the foundation over the top of it.
Drone miners and most other buildings require power to function. Let's build a biomass generator on the same foundation as the drone miner. Once built, you need to harvest some plants and trees with your mining drill to collect biomass. Insert the biomass into the generator and it will start to power all buildings on the same foundation as the generator.
Alright, hopefully you caught all that. I was processing that one thing at a time and he was speaking faster than I was processing. So we need to craft a biomass burner. So let's see if we have what we need for the biomass burner yet. That would be this guy. The electronic components were still needed, but we do have enough for everything. We're going to need to mine biomass from vegetation. Let's go ahead and get this placed first, though. Alright, let's go get some vegetation. How about some stuff that's nearby? Assuming this drill is what we need to mine it, and it is. That was 6 biomass. We got additional biomass from a larger one, and the timing was roughly the same as the small plants. Alright, 56 biomass. Will this be the short way to
Go watch your mining drones acquire your
Good.
first automated ore. Aren't they beautiful? Anyways, we need to get going. Let's build a smelter next.
Okay, so mining drones will begin work. Now this only covers part of the vein, so we are going to probably want to put one on the opposite side. Okay, fine. Our first night. Okay, we need to craft a small smelter to put on the foundation. Again, we have what we need, which is nice.
The smelter is more efficient than the inbuilt drop pod smelter, so you should start using this from now on. Another benefit is that we can automate the smelters to make our life easier. For this, you need to connect the drone miner to a smelter by using loaders and conveyor belts. Please go ahead and connect them while I'm notifying Mission Command on our progress. Communication link establishment failure. Curiously, I find myself unable to make contact with Mission Command. It could be a technical anomaly. I shall persist in my attempts.
Okay, can't reach command. Alright, well, I'm assuming to be connected right across there. Can you still reach the panel? I would imagine you can. But we need to craft 2 loaders. Okay, we can queue both of those up, which is nice. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go. This one's done. 24 more plates. That one is also done. 20 more rods. Okay, we've crafted our 2 loaders. We need to craft conveyors. We need 20 of those. And that is not enough. So we are going to be short. Is there a way to do max? Yes. Hold shift and it does the maximum output, which for now is just 9. But I would imagine you get double. So 9 is actually, it's 2 each. We got 18. We only need to do this one more time. And it is that simple. That didn't do it as simply as I thought it might. There we go. Okay. Just had to put it in the input area. Wonder if I... There. Okay. You have to kind of select it in the first place. Now I should be able to... I picked up some more materials. Should be able to craft that one more conveyor that we needed. There.
You have the machines necessary to connect the drone miner to the smelter. Now, attach a loader to each machine and connect them with conveyor belts.
Okay, I need loaders.
After you are done, you should build more smelters and have them produce enough metal plates and rods to fulfill our mission. Speaking of which, the mission control link remains non-responsive. Our objective is near completion and immediate guidance from Mission Command is required.
Okay, I'm gonna try something here. I wonder if we can do it from the backside, because all the controls are on that side. Alright, that was easier than I thought it would be to take that out. And we need more platform. Oh, it doesn't immediately destroy it. We just get 2. Oh, it's the plates. So it's these very guys over here that we've run out of. Here's our loaders. So we need one at each end. There we go. Okay, so we have a full inventory. Meanwhile, this one is still pumping out what we had. So for the moment, it's not taking. So I don't know if its intake requires it to be at just a certain value instead of keeping it full, because I would think it would keep it full. And it accepts any item of type smeltable. That's smeltable. Okay, we've got input, output, range, 20 per minute, 20 per minute. Good to know on that. I mean, obviously you could do the math with 3 seconds, but it's enabled. There's a shutdown. It's online. There's grid stats. I'm sure that has to do with our fuel in the burner. We don't take from here, we take from there. Or manage inventory will bring up the backpack. Alright, I don't need to be holding on to this there. I don't need to be holding on to that any longer. So clear out our inventory space a little bit. And they want us to place more smelters. In which case, let's prepare ourselves for another round of this. So we'll get, I'd say, 40 building blocks. Okay, we're going to need a drone miner, need a biomass burner. We don't have the rods, let's go back. I don't know if the platform should go over the top, or does it need to go beside? They told me to put it down beside. I'm wondering if we drop a platform over the top of it, will it mine directly down underneath? I suppose we'll find out. Alright, biomass burner, smelter. It will cover that mineable area beneath it. I see it. There it is. Ta-da. Okay, and then, if I've done this correctly, all we need to do is input, and then we will have power. They are starting to mine. And it's working. Alright, that is our second smelter. The big question is it only going to mine behind us, or will it mine directly underneath? That could be why it's set up to be beside. I see we have burned through some fuel. Before we go crazy, and then we'll clear this space. As we weren't covering the whole area, I guess we'll get another smelter on the side. I'm all talking about optimization as if they're sending me the wrong direction. They're sending me the right direction. I'm just reading it the wrong direction. It's not the miners that they want. It's the smelters that they want. We need more smelters. I'm wondering if we can keep that line going right on down the list. Okay, looks like we can round this corner. And then we can mount to there. What we're going to do here is we'll hook up to the front. I don't like hooking up to the front. It's not ideal. I've already seen flaws in my design. We'll round the corner there. Round the corner there, and then there. And that will automatically get that one going. And it does carry right on through, so it'll take what it needs off the line and then continue on to the next one. So that's nice. You don't need a separate line for each one. Okay, so we're running double there. And now we can do the same here. This one is definitely a cleaner design.
We have completed our initial mission of setting up a smelting facility. We've done a great job, haven't we? At this point, we should have received further instructions, but something is blocking our communications. I think we'll have to improvise. My archives contain a blueprint for a research server. Through material analysis, I should be able to provide an emergency beacon blueprint. Let's get going and build a research server.
Alright, so as we still lack communication with whatever the home base is for us, we want to craft a research server. And we want to place it on the foundation, but I don't think it necessarily needs to be. I like how the color went brown for output, blue for intake. Is that blue or is that like a really soft purple? I'm not sure. That's definitely blue. Ooh, they have mined one block. So here's your thing about these guys, is it's not infinite. It is a finite resource. It will run out eventually. By the way, we know that this could easily turn out a third smelter, but I think we're okay for the moment. Let's go ahead and collect these guys out. So craft a research server. Science, I would imagine that's where it is, and it is. And then science packs. Tell where that one's going. By the way, my mention of Minecraft, Factorio, and Satisfactory is no coincidence. I have played all of the above in that. I do find it a little weird that the larger plants give you more biomass. A huge stone gives you the same as a tiny stone. You're getting 5 each, period. Kind of thinking I want to put it in between. I have a feeling that we're going to want to connect up what we're getting out of there with what we're getting out of there to bring it here. I also assume we're going to need to provide it with power.
You will need to build science packs. Craft a few by hand and insert them into the research server to research the emergency beacon blueprint.
Okay, now we have power. And then craft 3 science packs to research the emergency beacon. Let's go into the research interface. Okay, looks very familiar. And this is our start. Emergency beacon will only take 3 science packs. 15 seconds, I'm assuming that's per pack to complete, not for the entire project, but we'll find out in a second if it's... That's 15 seconds. Oh, there you go. 15 seconds to process one of each required items concurrently. So it is 15 seconds each. So it's going to take 45 seconds overall to complete the project. All very valuable information for what we're doing. I think I've had my flashlight on the whole day and it's about to become night. Such a waste. Wouldn't be surprised though if that flashlight has infinite power.
Got it.
We have our emergency
beacon.
We
now have the emergency beacon blueprint. Craft it and place it, but not too close to your existing machines. Those rescue parties tend to land right on top of the beacons.
Okay, we need a landing pad. Well, let's find one not too far from our landing location. So we get the tree. Some more biomass. I want the land of these. flat. Parts, wire coil, electronic components. There's where these guys are. What do they require? Now that we're looking at it. Wire coils and technum rods for the electronic components. The wire coil is 1 technum rod for 2 wire coils. Machinery parts is just the xenoferrite plates. Alright, it's got to be here in the structures. There's our emergency beacon. Couple plates, 5 electronic components. Seems like electronic components are something that I use a lot of. I'm going to mass produce 17 of them now. We're going to have to go back and grab some supply here in a moment, but we'll go ahead and place our emergency beacon. Call for help. Press the button. Is that the button? There's the button.
Great. Now you might want to take a step back and look up.
Well, hello there. Whoa!
A
I didn't
real
step back far enough.
groundbreaker. This Corporate Command Companion Bureaucrat bot, C3BB for short, will help us establish a connection with Mission Command. First, let's help him out of that drop pod by deconstructing and placing it in a safe location.
Oh, hello. Do I need to do the F to deconstruct? Demolition mode. Let's hope I'm doing the right thing here. That was the right thing. Okay. And place C3BB hub. We're out of power.
Welcome to the ground, C3BB. We have activated this emergency beacon because we are having trouble communicating with Mission Command.
Beep boop.
Critical damage on the Mission Command space station, you say? Spontaneous
Cute.
explosive disassembly. That's extremely troubling. What now? Are we trapped here?
I'm distracted by his cuteness. Meanwhile, he's talking about critical explosions.
That aligns with our disaster contingency protocol.
What you would assume is that thing.
C3BB, initiate a thorough analysis of the incident. We'll integrate your extended blueprint archive with our research servers and construct a self-sufficient manufacturing facility capable of providing emergency aid.
My analysis of what he just said is we have some sort of critical failure at the mothership. We'll call her the mothership until we know more. So critical failure on the mothership, and we are going to use past blueprints, develop what we need to support and fix the mothership. If I heard that all correctly, that is our game mission. Yeah, he does have an exclamation point, which makes me think to proceed. Hey, I got 8 stone for that one. Okay. It was more than the usual 5. Say hello. How do I say hello? E! Research assembler, new task. Oh. He's so cute. Okay. I know. Not everybody's gonna think the same, right? Research assembler. Active task, gotcha.
You're right. We need a machine that is able to craft common items. I'm glad you have the blueprint stored. Let's go ahead and research the assembler.
Alright, for our first episode. Hey, you're not... Well, I guess research the assembler. It's not showing up on my task list in the top right corner, as I assumed it might. We have no research interface. I know I can activate that from the bottom area, and there's our assembler number 1. 5 science packs. Now, I already have an idea that I want to connect that, but we need science packs. And I don't know if science packs are something we can just do manually. I'm assuming the input on this guy is going to want science packs to come directly in, which means we need to craft science packs. This one also has run out of fuel. I may still have actually a bunch of fuel left. I do. I have 94 biomass. Let's go ahead and refill. And let's go ahead and pick up. That one was full. That one's nearly full. That's a lot of rods. I think we're going to have to probably manually do this for a little bit longer. And I should have all the packs. No, I don't. Packs are coming slow, but if we drop in at least a few packs, it can get started. And as I craft more, it can continue. Novel idea. Wouldn't be surprised at all if it's this Assembler 1 where we can assemble the science packs. Maybe. Just maybe. Looks like it used about 6, 8, something. Yeah, because I'm still crafting 2 and there's a couple left in there. Task complete. We need to visit C3BB to turn in the 4 science packs in there for future things.
Great. The assembler will serve as the foundation for mass producing the most commonly required items. Gone are the days of handcrafting. C3BB has been able to establish a limited connection to the space station and will try to extract useful information. Meanwhile, we should focus on scaling up.
Alright folks, so in this first episode, we've arrived on the surface of the moon, whatever this moon is. We have learned the basics. We have begun mining processes and automating those mining processes. We have also acquired the arrival of C3BB, certainly not to be confused with any Star Wars droids. I find them rather cute. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on C3BB. C3BB now operates as our quest giver, and where we've completed his first task, we now have a basic assembler. So the automation process is going to become evident quite quickly as we proceed forward and begin our next task, which is Science Pack 2. I'm not sure if that being the second quest regarding science packs, assuming that is the automation processing of science packs, or is that going to be literally the second level of science packs? I would venture to say that it's the former, not the later of those two options, but we will find out soon enough in our next episode. If you like this game, if you want to see more, please drop down below, click that like button, and leave a comment, as it really, really does help with the algorithm, especially with a smaller channel as we begin this Let's Play. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.